Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Bitch Bible Podcast. It is February, which means that it is officially the month of my podcast conception anniversary, which marks the 14th year. Let's sit with that for a second. Makes me go into anaphylaxis. The 14th year of the Bitch Bible Podcast. 14 years. Some would say, Jackie, maybe that's cause to pivot. I say this with complete honesty. This is my favorite thing in the world to do. And despite the fact that now there are 7 million podcasts, do you know that when I started a podcast, can I tell you something? Spotify didn't exist. I had a BlackBerry. I didn't have an Instagram. I had zero social media pre-existing platform. I wasn't on a reality show. I had like a sad little blog and I was a receptionist. I had no intel, no direction, no hopes, no dreams. And now here I am 14 years later doing the same exact thing because consistency is the rhythm of my dance floor. Not trying to evolve, not trying to grow, not trying to better myself, just trying to stay in the sweet pocket of consistency for now and ever. I will say the facial paralysis due to the 110 units of Botox that I got 2 weeks ago have officially snapped. And I went to Sharky's earlier. I'm not sure if they have Sharky's everywhere outside of Los Angeles, but like, don't sleep on Sharky's, okay? They have a Wagyu smash burger taco, which I did not get, but I got a beautiful chicken fiesta burrito with brown rice, black beans, a whole wheat tortilla, pico de gallo, and some guacamole, and I ate it in the parking lot with hot sauce and an iced green tea, and I feel full emotionally, physically, and spiritually. But I will say that when I went to sip out of my straw, like there is a little bit of an overflow thing happening, so I just got to kind of work on the motor skills here, but we are working through that disport, like actively, red leather, yellow leather. It has been a very eventful week. It was Grammy weekend. We're going to recap everything. We have lots to discuss. Firstly, before I went to Sharky's, I went to Home Goods because I typically do that on like Mondays or Tuesdays, just like as a soul reset. Now, I want to be super honest. I'm not doing massive furnishings from Home Goods. You know, I'm not hitting you with a nightstand, but like if I find, I don't know, like a weird little trinket, I'm going to buy it. Usually for the purpose of a regift, but like, am I buying an abundance of cocktail napkins? Always. Am I looking for a discount pillar candle, unscented coconut wax? Yeah. Did I buy, oh my God, what did I buy today? So I bought these little like decanter necklaces, okay, in like a perfect unlacquered brass that were engraved that say like tequila, vodka, gin, like in theory really disgusting, but I feel like if I put them on the bar amidst my vintage crystal decanters, like kind of sexy, kind of just like attention to detail. Then I bought some Valentine's like little cellophane bags and stickers for Clyde's class. Okay. Then I bought, what else did she buy? Oh, I bought an ice cream scoop, a brushed brass ice cream scoop. See, it's like the S's are hard with facial paralysis, because I'm going to make turkey Mediterranean meatballs tonight. And then I found these gorgeous, okay, close your eyes. Even if you're driving, kids in the car, close your eyes. I found these like, kind of like needlepoint grandma core floral fabric lamps. Okay. The shade and the base all wrapped in this like House of Hackney adjacent Scalamander. I don't know how to pronounce that. Like that makes me nervous. It's why I never order Chopin martinis. A, because I'm more of a Belvedere girl or Beluga, but also like saying Chopin, like Chopin. It makes me very nervous. So I just don't order it. But these lamps were $59.99 per lamp. So about $130 for the pair, and taxes and etc. And I know that 60 plus 60 equals 120. I'm like kind of a fiscal princess. So I'm just like rounding up. It's called budgeting. Figure it the fuck out. Stupid. And now I'm like, do I need to redo a whole guest room on these like trivial lamps from Home Goods? Because let me tell you something. Jackie Schimmel knows lamps. I spent a small fortune on these Kelly Wearstler lamps. Okay. It was when I was pregnant. So I was like really not thinking clearly. And they kind of look like they have like a brass, unlacquered brass dome, and they're like a touch light, and they dim, and they're like gorgeous. They're so heavy. They were so expensive. I don't feel comfortable really putting them in like Clyde's room or a guest room. And it's been like the sisterhood of the traveling lamps, because I love these lamps, but I don't know where to put them. They kind of don't work anywhere. And then dissimilarly, these Home Goods discount lamps, which by the way, the amount of people who DM'd me being like, Jackie, ew, no, you have a linear lantern over your oversized kitchen island. So I'm not taking fucking advice from you on anything. You have a tufted ottoman, okay? Not in an ironic vintage way, like in a gray beige linen Pottery Barn way, okay? If you have a tufted ottoman, don't fucking talk to me. And when I laugh, like it's really hard because it's like something goes askew. Okay. So we went to Home Goods to recalibrate. Fun fact, they are bringing an Indian flavor to the mix. You know how like Home Goods has like different themes every month? Sometimes it's like coral and crabs, like Escape to Florida. Or it's like, I don't know, lots of rattan. Maybe it's like Tiki Torch season, okay? Call Leah McSweeney. This month, it is Escape to Goa, okay, which feels very, very niche, very inclusive, woman of the world. I walk in, the amount of embellished pillows with elephants and like weird trays and boxes and planters. It's not super cohesive. Like upholstered nightstands in like some type of like a textured raffia situation. I don't know. It feels a little listless to me. Lots of beads, like decorative beads, which I just can't fucking deal with. And trinkets, bowls, so many elephants. And I'm not talking about the clientele, if you know what I mean. Although on a Monday, you might see a couple. And she might be wearing a bright electric blue Atticos sweatshirt like yours truly. So I looked up Goa, and it is a state in India. So the more you know, cue the rainbow. Not really sure that the upholstered the lamps are going with the Escape to Goa theme. But if you're looking for a tasseled jar, okay, with Indian flair, a little masala for the girlies, then head on over to Home Goods, okay? I bought Valentine's Day cocktail napkins that say ILYSM, which means I love you so much. And I almost bought a happy Valentine's Day like garland thing to hang in Clyde's room. Then I thought, we got to go. But it was a relatively hectic weekend. So on Friday, Andrew and I were planning on staying the weekend in the big city, okay? Like, granted, like, do we live in Los Angeles? Yes. But if you're not from Los Angeles geography, it's very, very spread out. And just to avoid, like, car service and just the schlep back and forth, we thought, let's chuck Clyde off with my aunt, okay? We're going to spend the weekend in the city. So if we have, like, the Grammy shit, we go back and forth and we're just like in the mix, okay? And have a nice little staycation in the interim. You know, we were going to go to the spa. We had these great dinner reservations, have some cocktails, not worry about driving, getting up with a baby, like had this plan for weeks. So Andrew and I are all packed, and we're going to get to my Lukes in a second because your dicks ain't ready. So Andrew and I are all packed up. We're in the car. you cannot fucking write this. This is at about 12:15. We think, okay, let's get down, check into our hotel, go to South Beverly Grill, split a prime rib sandwich, okay, get a couple cocktails. I was like really excited about having a Greyhound. They have the best draft beer, Chimay, okay, and then we had our party later, get ready, go to the spa, beautify, glam, clip my pony in, and get ready to live a lie for the next 48 hours. So we're in the car. The second we pull out of our driveway, I get a call from Clyde's school, and they say, hey, everything's okay. Clyde went down for his nap and he was crying, and we don't know when it happened, but we think he must have hit his face when he was going down for a nap, and it's very close to the eye. He might need stitches. I'm like, what the fuck? You gotta be fucking kidding me. I'm like, Clyde's timing. I mean, his comedic timing has always been perfection, but like, this is annoying. I'm like, okay, Gypsy Rose. So naturally, Andrew is spiraling. I'm unrattled in medical situations, okay? I've been through the ringer. Life has tried me, okay? And you will never touch Jacqueline Schimmel, okay? I am an unwavering pillar of strength, and that's not a joke. Do I become unglued at the thought of a linear lantern over a kitchen island? Of course I do. That's for sport. That's for coin and sport. But in my functional life, like, it takes little to nothing, but also a lot for me to completely become unhinged. Whereas my dear sweet Andrew, she is panicked. Okay. I said to her when we went to urgent care, I said, I'm removing you from my emergency contact list because you are not stable enough to make these decisions. And granted, he has a lot of trauma in hospitals. He lost both of his parents, you know, but like, if I ever went on life support, me and Andrew had this whole conversation in a hushed tone in the waiting room of an urgent care with like 500 people around. So I don't feel bad sharing this because basically all of LA and Ventura County has probably already heard this conversation because I was, you know, nothing if not completely indiscreet. I'm like, Andrew, you need to fucking lock it up. Your energy is contagious. He's like, I'm not doing anything. I'm like, even though you're not saying anything, you're so fucking tweaky and shifty and your vibe sucks, okay? And you're making this situation worse. We need to comfort Clyde and act like everything is okay. You twitching and biting your nails and panic Googling isn't fucking helping. So lock it up, Pause. Lock it up. And he's like, I'm fine. And I'm like, you are like, your eyebrow is about to fall off. Like, you're tweaking out. Okay. You're shifty McGee. He's shifting around in his fucking chair. He said, and by the way, okay, you need to be the patriarch of the family. Okay. You're steering the ship. Okay. So you need to take us to fucking shore, Stability Shore, even though you don't know where the fuck that is. Your passport's never been stamped because you're so fucking unhinged, but you need to lock it up. And the people next to us are like pretending to be on their phones. And I just don't give 1/8 of a fuck at this point. Cause Clyde is like, no doctor, no doctor, no doctor. He went to the doctor 2 weeks ago for his ear infection. And I swear to God, every morning he looks at me and the first thing he says is, no doctor, no doctor. He won't even eat ice cream because we give him ice cream after he goes to the doctor as a reward. So anytime we just are feeling free loving and like wild bohemian parents who want to go hit up a 4 p.m. gelato on the weekend with our adorable son, he will refuse the ice cream because he thinks he correlates ice cream with a doctor's visit. So it's no ice beam, no doctors, no ice beam, no doctors. He has an accent. We don't know why or where, but I'm into it. It feels European. Dare I say, go in. I don't know. So I go and pick him up and his hair is covered in blood. Okay. His beautiful locks. It looks like he is Christina Aguilera a la Dirty. Okay. She's got, or what's the song? Voulez-vous coucher? It's Christina Aguilera in the Moulin Rouge song. Okay. With those red, like fucking low lights, highlights, whatever. So she's got red tips, okay, and blood everywhere, blood in the hands, blood on the shirt, and I can't really see what's going on because it's just like covered. They cleaned it up, but there's blood, and I'm like, okay, we just got to get him to an urgent care. I don't know if he needs stitches or glue or what the fuck we're going to do. And it's like totally nobody's fault. Like we've gotten very, very lucky with Clyde because he's relatively careful. I haven't baby proofed or child proofed, I should say. He's not a baby. He's my baby forever. Anything in this house. We've got sharp, sharp corners. Okay. Everywhere. We've got open outlets. We've got whatever. We've got a lot of things, breakables all over the place. But because of that, he is so careful, especially for a little boy. Like he's definitely like, he's a very aware of danger. Not in a way that makes him a pussy, but in a way that he's like not trying to fuck up his day. He's so happy all the time and he just wants to hang and party. Like that is Clyde to his core. He is a 365 party boy. He wants to be with the people. He wants to be in the restaurants. He wants to be out and about. And for that reason and that reason only, he's not flipping off shit. He doesn't want to get a boo-boo. He wants to go and partay. Okay. So we've gotten really, really lucky that, I mean, we've never even had to put a Band-Aid on this kid. He's like barely had a paper cut. Okay. So, and he's rough and tumble too. Like if he falls, he kind of just like gets up and keeps it moving. So when I go to get him, he's happy as a clam. All the other kids are taking their naps. He's getting full undivided attention. Everybody's fawning over him. He's flashing his tits like you would never know. But it's not looking great. I show it to a couple of the teachers who have like kids around his age and they're like, oh, yes, we have boys. We've done this a million times. Take him to the urgent care. They'll give him a little glue, whatever. So we go to the urgent care. Andrew and I nearly get a divorce in the waiting room because I'm just like so shocked at how he can handle almost anything, but you put him in like some type of a medical environment and it's worst case scenario. And granted, he has trauma. So we're going to give him a little bit of a pass. And the way that we had to put Clyde in a straitjacket, okay, literally like all hands on deck, holding him down for them to just put a little bit of glue the whole time. No doctor, no doctor, no ice beam, no doctor, no doctor. And he was screaming. Like the walls were shaking. The walls were shaking. So Andrew and I at this point, now it's like 4:00. Okay. For us to go drive into Beverly Hills, it's going to take fucking forever. It's like peak traffic. Oh, somebody's here. Hold on. Wow, I wish I could have just recorded that entire exchange. I just had the cutest guy come to my door, okay? He's 100% running a scam, which I actually don't mind. He had like a very hodgepodge laminated pamphlet selling magazine subscriptions, but you can't have them delivered to your house. They have to be a gift for somebody else, which means that you can never really confirm whether you're getting the magazines or not. And then it was just like a private Zelle or Apple Pay and it's recurring. I said, okay, like what's a year of Cosmopolitan? Because I'm like, listen, I know that I'm not getting these magazines. I know whoever I'm sending them to isn't getting these magazines. Like, listen, I know an operation when I see one because I've run many an operation. Okay. Never forget Money Mayhem a la 1998. I was 8 years old. I got a poster board and some Post-its and I wrote 1 through 20. And then I went door to door in my neighborhood and I was like, hi, we're auctioning off a trip to Hawaii, the Four Seasons. It's a raffle and you just pick a number. And if you get the right number, then you're going to get your whole family gets to go to Maui for 2 weeks. And they were like, bitch, please. I was 8 years old. I took my cousin Claire's like brownie scout outfit and we went door to door and we were running game and we made so much fucking money because all these people are like, these two dumb bitches. That was my first scam. My second scam we really elevated, and I probably shouldn't say this publicly, but I'm going to. My uncle owned some McDonald's. Okay. Hello, Flex. Just call me Mama McFlurry. And we stole a huge stack of the Ronald McDonald, like House of Charity handprints. You know, you'd go to McDonald's and you'd make a donation. You'd write your name on the handprint and they'd put it like on the back, whatever. We stole a shit ton of those handprints and we went door to door saying that we were raising money for the Ronald McDonald House of Charity or whatever it was called, and set up like shop at the park. I mean, we were hitting all these suburban families, okay, bleeding them dry. We were really just saving up for a street luge because we thought like that would be so fun to just like luge around the neighborhood. Not really sure why. And we were stashing money under our mattress. And then my mom and my aunt found said cash wad and made us go door to door. They were like, where did you get all this money? We're like, prostitution. They're like, great. We're like, no, fraudulent charity schemes. So they, one night, it was like a Friday night, my aunt, my uncle, my mom, and my dad like made road sodas. Okay. They're walking around with red cups in the neighborhood. They made us go door to door to every family that we took money from and knock on the door and say, hi, sorry we didn't donate the money to charity and had no intention of donating the money to charity. And basically our scam artists, here's your $5 back. Okay, so with that said, game knows game. So this guy, he's giving me the whole spiel. I'm like, listen, dude, I'm recording right now. He's like, first of all, I open the door and he goes, I thought you were Angelina Jolie. Okay. That's check number one. Ding, ding, ding. You're getting cash from this house. Okay. So then he starts giving me the spiel. I'm like, listen, dude, I'm recording an episode right now. So like, I'm in the middle of something. I didn't say that. That would be very, very weird. I'm recording an episode. Have you ever heard, like, can you imagine kill me, beat me, stab me? No. I was like, hey, I'm just in the middle of doing something right now, but like, can we, like, what do you want? You know, let's just like land this deal. You don't have to pitch me. I'm ready to go. Just how do I make this stop? Like, how do I throw money at this problem? And he's like, well, I can give you my Zelle or my Apple Pay. I said, I don't have my phone. I'll be right back. So I go to shut the door and he goes, you're not going to get the shotgun, are you? I said, for that, I'm giving you cash and you don't need to donate it to your charity. Just keep it for yourself. I'll be right back. We were laughing so hard. He's like, hey, you never know. A black guy rolls up in a nice neighborhood and you don't know what's going to happen. I said, that's fucked up. That's a fucked up thing to say. I'll be right back. No shotgun. And we had like a very awkward, uncomfortable, inappropriate laugh. And it's not a laughing matter, by the way. It's so fucked up. It's so fucked up. He caught me off guard, honestly. I gave him a big hug. I gave him some cash and I said, get it, girl. Go get it. Oh God, he was so cute though. I was like, do you want to come in for a cocktail? I mean, I wanted to hear like his whole, like, where did you get that laminated? Like now I'm thinking there was like a point system. I don't know. There was something like for 200 points, 300 points. He was like hitting a lot of different angles and that shit works. Okay. Game respects game. So anyways, let that not be an invitation for a bunch of people to like send their children and various like scam artists to my house for collections, although tempt me with a good time. Anyways, back to me. So we're able to get Clyde the glue situation. I had called the hotel. I was like, listen, like my son fell, hit his head. We don't know if he needs stitches. Is there any way that I could like get the hotel refunded because it was like kind of expensive and it's already like we've wasted half the day and maybe it's the more responsible thing to stay home with our son, you know, after his first big head injury. And I call my aunt and I'm like, oh, I think we're going to stay home. She goes, absolutely not. I've had 3 children. This is child's play. Drop him off. Go to your fucking party. Okay. YOLO. You only live once. You gotta custom ponytail hair extension packed and ready to go. Like, get to that fucking hotel, disassociate. And I said, twist my arm. I'll see you in 3.5 minutes. Dropped Clyde off looking like he just came back from war. Okay. Like covered in glue, dirt, blood. His hair is covered in blood. And I'm like, see you later. Have a good time. Have a fun sleepover with JoJo. And we just peeled the fuck out of there. I swear to God, I got into that hotel. I slammed a martini and I was ready to fucking rumble. So Friday night, Andrew's company, shout out Big Family Music, did this awesome party. And it's so funny because like, I feel like they started, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago when this party started. Okay. It was like at their studio in West Hollywood, you know, tacos, margaritas, beers, like very casual, maybe like 50 to 100 people this year, last year too. But like this year, This was like, I pull up, okay? And we're there early because we're, hanging. We want to see the venue, see the setup, whatever, see our people. We pull up early and there is a line around the fucking block for this party. And I was like so proud of our friends and Andrew. And I mean, like, everybody was there. Would I post a picture? Of course not. Would I take a video? Of course not. Okay. Because I am nothing if not painfully discreet. Now, I did start to kind of lose my endurance and my bandwidth towards the end of the evening. But for the first hour, I was like a lovely, glowing, fun, free-loving trophy wife, okay? I'm meeting people. I'm doing the thing. I'm shaking the hands. We're air kissing. And by the way, none of the above. I'm talking to only the people that I know in like a private corner, whatever. But before we got to the party, I had pulled a bunch of Lukes, okay? And I have been on a real vintage shopping journey. I normally am not really into vintage clothing because I'm like, ew. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if someone died in that jacket. It smells weird. I feel like why? Why? But I got the Real. This is not an ad. This is just a woman sharing things. I got the Real app, like a few weeks ago because I had it. I was going through my app store and looking at my previously downloaded apps that I didn't have on my new phone. And I started just tapping away. And I've been seeing all of the girlies, okay, in these like vintage Dolce & Gabbana coats and like Prada and vintage Galliano and all of these things. And I'm like, I want to be cool so badly. And I'm just like exploring different options. So I started looking for like vintage jackets because like I love a shoulder pad. I love a bright color. And I got on this really crazy Unisom induced wormhole where I bought so many vintage designer jackets like from the 80s with like a really heavy shoulder pad, like beautifully made, like perfect condition. So I basically filtered different designers, jackets, and then like excellent condition. Okay, I will show you on Instagram. Like, I just felt like it wasn't the right time with the social landscape last week to be like, here's my new hot pink Dior jacket from the 80s, like fuck off and die. So, I mean, it's still not the time, but eventually we will share things because we got to live for something. I got this, and this is disgusting. This is the relatable portion of the show. I got this hot pink Christian Dior lady blazer that is in perfect condition with a shoulder pad to boot, okay, with like velvet black cuffs and black buttons. It's long. It's like not boat neck, but it's collarless. It's gorgeous, okay? But that's a little too senator for the Grammys. And then I bought this not vintage, but whatever. I got a Dolce & Gabbana polka dot blouse with shoulder pads. The theme is shoulder pads. Then I got this other like kind of pinstriped working girl, pretty woman Dior jacket with like white silk cuffs, gold buttons, so fucking sexy, all at like a pretty good price. And then for my party outfit, I bought this fucking crazy. This was like a month ago. It's like a Missy Elliott adjacent black bandana print long sleeve blouse with like a hip cutout and a matching sheer bell bottom. Okay. And it's all bandana print. It's by this brand, the Attico, that I love. That's who makes this sweatshirt. It's like cheesy in an intentional way. And I'm like, oh, this feels like very, very Grammys. All the clothes fit me pretty good. I feel like there's emphasis on the shoulders with this brand. And I like a shoulder to like balance out my huge, disgusting tits. I can't really explain the girl math on that, but whatever. So I put my Janet Jackson pony in. I'm in this like neck to fucking foot bandana ensemble with a sheer pant. Okay. And I walk out into our hotel room and I'm like, Andrew, I'm ready. He looks at me and he goes, oh. And I said, oh, like, oh, or like, oh. And he's like, wow, I've never seen you wear anything like that. I'm like, it's the Grammys. He's like, yeah, but like, Yeah, no, it's sick. And the way he said, it's sick, but it wasn't like, that's sick. It was like, it's sick, like with the decibel and like the volume going up. And I was like, is this insane? He's like, a little bit. I'm like, insane, like lock her up, 5150. He's like, a little bit. In the, how many years have Andrew and I been together? Almost 14 years that we've been together. He has never vetoed an outfit. And he never would veto an outfit because I would literally like get a shovel and kill him, like kill him. I'd chase him around that hotel room and I would beat him to death and then bury him because that is just so disrespectful. But in all of our years, like he's never really looked at me and been like, that's a lot, because it's always kind of a lot. But I aborted mission and instead I put on a sensible polka dot blouse with a jean and a boot and just felt like very demure, whatever. So we go to the party. It was so great. I'm like so proud of all of them because it's just like amazing how everything has grown. And you know, from a backyard studio party to now like 700 people and every nominee, all the people, I won't name names, but the people you want to be at the party with, okay? And not the big benefit one that's on Friday. They come to this party after. This is where everyone like really lets loose and has a gay old time. And it's private. Nobody's taking videos. Nobody's taking pictures. There's no photographer. This is just like, if you go to a party on Grammy weekend, this is the one you want to go to, unless you're me. So 11 o'clock hits and I look at my best friend and I'm like, what are we doing here? Okay. I'm like, this is crazy. Are we about to start doing crack? Like it's 11 o'clock. She's like, oh my God, I gotta go. And I'm like, I gotta go too. So now I'm trying to find Andrew. It's like Marco Polo. Okay. I'm just screaming, Andrew. I'm like, we gotta go. It's time. We gotta go. Cause he's like, I promise, like, I'll leave when you leave because I can't sleep. Like, if I know that Andrew's coming in, even without Clyde, whatever, hotel room, sound machine, drugs. If I know that Andrew's coming in later, I will not sleep. Not out of love or affection, just out of like, I don't know, just insomnia. And so he always leaves with me because that's what a husband should fucking do. Okay. And at a certain point, like it's not for networking. Yeah. You know, all these people, you've all like, nothing's going to happen at a party. And like I always say, every single year, rain or shine, networking is for unsuccessful people, because in theory, the coolest, most accomplished people would stay home. Now, that doesn't always ring tried and true because some people like to let their hair down and party. I don't. My version of a party is some teenies, a beautiful like steakhouse dinner at around 7 o'clock. If I'm feeling fucking crazy, I'm going to be back home. I want to be back home by 8:45. I want to be in my bathtub by 8:53. I want to be applying my facial serums by 9:06. I want to be completely horizontal in bed with all my candles and my fireplace lit on my PEMF mat, on my activated charcoal infrared PEMF mat, just recalibrating by 9:09, maybe 9:11. Never forget. And then I would like to be popping my Unisom around 9:48. I'd like to be fully asleep by 10:05 and do it all over again. Have my magnesium drink that goes in the bathtub with me. Andrew shakes it up, puts it in a cute little carafe, and then I sit in the bathtub and then I drink my little blue drink and then whatever. Okay. That's my version of a gay old time. Okay. So for me to be out like screaming, whatever. So I finally find Andrew. And I don't remember what the context was, but I'm literally screaming at him and our friend Jeff, Grammy Award winner. Thank you very much. And I'm screaming and I'm like, I've never felt less respected in my whole life, because I had like 17 conversations with people who I've met 17 times who didn't know who the fuck I was. They were like, oh, hi. I'm Susie. I'm like, Susie, I've met you 14 times and I really like can't. It's hard for me to metabolize being like the amount of times that I said this, wanted to die in a fire. I'm Andrew Hawes's wife. He's part of After Hours. I'm Andrew Hawes's wife. I'm married to Andrew, and the amount of people that are going in a conversation, oh, this is Andrew's wife, Jackie. And I'm like, I don't like those pronouns. Okay. Like happily married. Okay. Schimmel-Hawes till I die. But like being toted around as Andrew's like little lapdog with like my extension pony bopping around in my sensible blouse when I should have been in a head to, by the way, thank God I didn't wear that outfit. Oh my God. Can you imagine like me rolling through looking like Missy Elliott's like sad white sister, okay, while there's all these like massive pop stars dressed down like and I roll in hot like that? Never. Like, I don't know what was happening last week. I had a vision and the execution was so bad. I was in my luteal phase. I don't know what was going on, okay? So I'm screaming at Andrew and Jeff because now I'm broken. It's 11 o'clock. I'm overstimulated. I'm over socialized. I've been like nodding my head like a little bobblehead. Okay. And the hair is starting to take its toll. I'm starting to my scalp is strained. I've had too many martinis and baby needs to go home. Baby needs her rest. Okay. And I'm screaming at Andrew and Jeff. And they're laughing at me, rolling their eyes. I'm like, I have never felt so disrespected in my whole life. And I was talking about one bitch in particular who not only have I met 40 times, I've been on vacation with her. She's asked me to be a speaker at like different events that she's like bitch. And that's a compliment. Cunt. And that's a compliment. Stupid, broken, can't be bothered. She acted like she had no idea who I was. And by the way, when I'm feeling a little cuntier and like later down the line, like maybe year 15, I'm going to start naming names of artists, okay, that are fucking cunts because the world needs to know. The world needs to know. There's one in particular that like, I don't know, doesn't hang out in my circle at all, but I've heard like a lot of stories about this weekend and everyone thinks that they're so nice. And they're not so nice. And it's not like one of the mega stars. You know what I mean? It's someone that you would know, but you would like, hasn't earned the right to be a cunt yet. You know, you hit a certain stratosphere, you're allowed to be a cunt. And we have to do a whole Grammys recap. I'm just so busy talking about myself. Anyways, what else is new? So I'm screaming at Andrew. I'm like, I've never been more disrespected. I'm done. Okay. There's too many fucking people here. I don't want to talk to anyone anymore. I'm over it. There's nothing left to say, Andrew. I'm screaming in the middle of the party, but like, it's fun, you know? And then thank God. What was her name? Oh my God. Savannah? No, that's the girl. No, that was a different girl that I met. Was it Savannah? Was it Mia? Was it Macy? Okay. Without fail, the second I'm done screaming, I'm over it. I don't want to talk to any more fucking people. A girl reaches over and she's like, I'm so sorry to bother you, but I love your podcast. And I look over, I whip my pony and go, oh, finally. Like the most tacky, like tasteless. I'm like, finally, someone I can talk to. And she's with these two gay guys. I'm like, oh, like an angel dropped in from heaven. I start giving them hugs. And Andrew's like, you're a monster. My friend Jeff goes, you're a monster. So then I got another 5 minutes out of me. I'm razzle dazzling. I'm tap dancing for my life. I give them all a big hug. And I said, I needed you. Okay. You were sent from the heavens above. I needed you. You gave me another 5 minutes of longevity, of levity, of brevity. And now I'm getting the fuck out of here. And that was my weekend. We didn't do anything else. It was Friday and done. We came home, tended to our son, like loving parents. You know, the Grammys could go if I wanted to. Don't want to go unless Andrew is nominated for like producer of the year, song of the year, record of the year. We're not going. I'll say this for myself. I'll speak for myself. I'm not going. They don't serve food or drinks to plebeians. So even though Andrew is a member of the Academy, which is like not really that big of a watch him get kicked out. Hey, Grammys. Even though my husband is a member, I'm the one that does all his voting. So pull his membership. Yeah, we didn't go. I had an ugly day on Sunday. That was yesterday. Grammy Sunday. I decided to make my ugly day because I just like love a harsh juxtaposition. I feel like everybody needs one of these. Once a week, you have to pick the day. Mine is Sunday moving forward because that aligns with my blow dry schedule. Oh my God, the Sharkies is really not sitting well. It's very like I got it spicy and I didn't realize how spicy it was. It's very weird. I have one note for Sharkies actually. When you get a burrito, which is what I got, they ask you for which salsa they want, and it's either mild or spicy. So there's no medium option. I feel like why are we living in such extremes? We're already living in such extremes. I mean, think about life, okay? Like at bare minimum, we should be able to have some shades of gray at Sharkies. Think about it. I'd like a medium salsa option, just saying. But it is a nice touch that they offer freshly brewed green tea, kind of a fusion, kind of an escape to Goa. That's funny. I'm not even gonna caveat that one. Just take it with you on your journey. It's like a nice fusion touch, like a burrito and a green tea. Get the fuck out of here. I have not even covered one topic yet, just so you know. Like I did write a couple things down. I haven't touched one topic. Anyways, back to my ugly day, which is Sundays moving forward to correlate with my maintenance schedule. Because I usually do. I mean, I have a very busy week, you guys. Like so much goes into like looking barely acceptable. And it's baffling. I mean, it's a lot of skincare, but also like not that much skincare. It's a lot of like red light panels, saunas, whatever. It's not doing much, but I'm just keeping with it. Consistency is key. So yesterday, I dry brushed for the first time in like 17 years. Jackie Wood Tepperberg could never. I saunaed for like 30 minutes in front of the red light panel. What else did I do? Ooh, I did like a scalp oil, like rosemary scalp oil. I don't know the brand. Don't ask me. Also, like, never ask me what my nail color is. I don't fucking know. The fact that people are like, one coat of bubble bath, one coat of put it in neutral. Broken. Who fucking hurt you? You know your nail colors? That's so crazy. I go, they give me a book. I pick a shade. Sometimes I like it. Sometimes I don't. I keep it moving. I don't have like a signature nail. That's linear lantern energy. Okay. Put it in the bitch Bible glossary. Somebody somewhere. Jackie, this is all very off the cuff. They don't make them like me anymore. What is linear lantern energy? It's someone that does the same nail color every single time and knows it by name and like will tell all of her friends like bubble bath, funny buddy, one coat. And then like they go like this into the camera. They love heatless curls. They have a linear lantern over their oversized kitchen island. They like open concept houses. They love like a printed, like muted grayish rug. They lose their minds over like any type of aloe drop, and like their special me time is like an iced vanilla latte, and they tap it in the car, and they like shake the ice. And they also love like a to-go like glass like latte cup, which is weird, or the ribbed ones because they're like snobby. And what else? They love like meal prep. Like I'm like, you know, whatever. They don't mix metals. Yeah, that's that. Anyways, linear lantern energy. What was I saying? Okay, so I did the scalp oil, then I did a Kerastase Lisa Barlow hair mask, which I like let sit for 15 minutes. Then I rinsed that. Then I did a face mask, and I love the face mask. Unfortunately, I don't like, the company is a bit problematic on the Tickety Talks. It's like a Sonia Dakar face mask that I got. But it's like really good. And like, you know, I saw Sonia Dakar once, and she told me that I was deeply asymmetrical in the face. And like, I basically said I was not cute, and then charged me $700 to buy all the products when I was supposed to be doing, this is like a million years ago. This is why, by the way, nothing in life is for free. Like, send me the bill. I don't want to do any paid, like, especially with facial things, hair things. Like, I don't want to do any press exchange things. Like, back in the day, sign me up. Would have done anything for a free fucking saltine cracker. But now we're just not doing that. I have wisdom and age on my side. Nothing in life is free. I remember going to get this facial. I shouldn't talk about this. This is fucked, but everyone else is. So lean in, Schimmel. I went and got a facial there maybe like 6 years ago. And I had gone there once before and I got a great facial. And I ran into Alex Cooper there and she was like, I saw you went here. So I decided to go here. We're both like doing Morse code. I hope she doesn't mind me saying this. We're doing like Morse code because the facialist says, oh, your friend is next door. I'm like, who? She's like, Alex. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to go in there and like, pretend to do the electrolysis or whatever. What is it called? Like electromagnetic, whatever. So I start banging on the door while we're getting changed into the robes. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, bitch, it's me. I go into her room. We're whispering to each other. I'm like, are you okay? And she's like, oh my God, like, why are we required to do photo shoots? Because basically you go into this facial. They say like, it's comped, whatever. And even if it's not comped, it's supposed to be a great facial, like whatever. You get charged for all of the products that she insists that you need, which is about 10 to 15 products. Okay, expensive. I remember my bill was like $700 and something. And I called my manager and I was like, I thought I was being like hosted. It's the same thing every time. She might as well go door to door with that cute man that was just at my house. So you go in, you think you're being like treated to a facial and getting the products. And then if you naturally like them, you talk about them. That's kind of how these things go. So you get in there. You get put into your room, basically. They say, we're going to give you 20 minutes to film content. At this point, especially a million years ago, I'm like, film content? I thought I was just getting a fucking facial. What am I supposed to do? And everything is laid out and deliverables. And I'm just like, whoa, I thought I was literally just getting a facial and maybe a free oil. And then I could talk about it. Still love the oil, by the way. And then at the end of the facial, after being told you're unattractive, just in my personal case, then you get hit with all the products, not asked what you want, told what you absolutely need, and then you get hit with a bill. And then hounded for, when are you posting? What? Click this link, like blah, blah, blah. You have to post more. Like, when are you posting? When are you posting? And it's like, what? We have no contract. We have no arrangement. Don't do it. Take this advice from Aunt Jackie. If you're trying to be in the mix, which, by the way, don't go to school and get a fucking job, get a real job. It ain't gonna work. Okay. It's too late in the game, but live your dreams and, just pay for play, just pay for it. Just fucking bite the bullet. If you can't afford to do it, stay the fuck home and have an ugly day like I did yesterday. So I do the face mask. What did I make for dinner? Oh my God. I made skirt steak chimichurri salads to die for. And then I put on like a brand new pair of pajamas. I put body lotion on for the first time. I never put lotion on. What else? Oh, my Grammy recap that's taken me 15 minutes. Can't say it's scripted. Oh, I just loved the Grammys. I thought it was great. You know what my line was in the middle of the show? After the In Memoriam, they did the Ozzy Osbourne tribute with Slash, Andrew Watt, and who else was in there? Like some famous drummer I don't know, and Post Malone. And it was like, fine. I mean, did I love the guys? I shouldn't be saying this. Whatever. I don't fucking care. Andrew Watt, like smashing his guitar, like have some respect. Like Slash, like gracefully handed his guitar over. So I'm just saying, like little bit of respect goes a long way. No offense. Love you like a sister. And then they move on to the D'Angelo tribute. Okay. And I said out loud through tears, I said, Andrew, I said, tears running down my face. Okay. I'm in a blue face mask with a scrunchie and some hair oil and my tits down to my knees. I said, Andrew, I just love Black people. And he goes, so do I. I said, they are better at everything than anyone. They are better at everything. Sports, music. Okay, I'm sorry if this is a stereotype or generalizations, but this is the Bitch Bible podcast, and I'm not being facetious. I'm being dead fucking serious. They are better at everything. Okay, they're better at everything. That Lauryn Hill, That tribute, okay, Shaka Khan. I mean, it was like it was unbelievable. Okay. The voices, the musicality, it was so moving. And as a diehard D'Angelo fan, okay, also not a joke, couldn't name one Ozzy Osbourne song with a gun to my head. I know that he bit off a bat and that, you know, they'd throw hams into their neighbor's yard because I watched the Osbournes. But other than that, couldn't tell you one fucking song. D'Angelo, give it to me. Know his whole discography. Have it on my chill house playlist, okay? Over and over and over again. I was so moved. It was, for me, the best performance of the night. I thought it was incredible to see Lauryn Hill just, oh my God, the sauce. The sauce. You can't buy sauce. You can't manufacture sauce. You either got sauce or you ain't got no sauce. Lauryn Hill is dripping in sauce, just like holding court. Everyone is having fun, like harmonizing, just the music. It was amazing. I loved it. Like I watched it again in bed and cried because I was just so deeply moved. I thought it was unbelievable. I thought Sabrina, that's a fucking pop star. That's a fucking pop star. And PETA, by the way, PETA, the buzzkill organization of the Western Hemisphere, so annoying. Okay. She gave that bird airtime. Do you know how many people would die to be on the Grammy stage? And there she is holding a white dove. I mean, was I getting a little twitchy watching those wings flap? Yes. Was I, you know, my insides were turning because I don't like the wing flap. I don't like birds. That's a separate conversation. But PETA coming forward and being like, that's abuse of the bird. Fuck off. You ruin, like, respectfully, PETA, you ruin animal rights. Like, even the animals probably don't fuck with you because you're a buzzkill and your mission is so lost in bullshit that anything that you're trying to do for the animals, like, just by nature, you're so annoying that I don't want to co-sign on any of your shit. You heard it here first. Sabrina, star, okay? Star. Olivia Dean, star, okay? When they were doing, like, the best new artist, oh, who is that other guy? Is it Leon Thomas? Oh, gasping. Poor Alex Warren. He had, like, an in-ear problem, which is why he was, like, sounding a little not great. Also, like, the lift is unnecessary. We don't need the lift. I'm over it. Who else performed? Cat's Eye. Like, you should, I thought that was stupid. I'm sorry. Not for me. Like, when you have such talent in the room, okay, Lady Gaga, Lauryn Hill, when you are standing in front of Pharrell Williams, who I would take down, okay, I would never speak to my family again for one night with Pharrell Williams. I have loved Pharrell Williams since I was 11 years old. My first CD, actually, I think my first CD was Ja Rule, which is a whole other conversation because Living It Up is one of the best songs of all time. I will die on that hill, and I forgive him for Fire Festival completely. My first or second album is In Search of, NERD, and I had no idea what any of the songs were about, but like I was so in love with Pharrell Williams and am still so in love with Pharrell Williams. I think he is the most gorgeous man in the world. I loved his outfit. Let's talk about his outfit. Like the perfect mauve velvet suit matching with clips, who I also want to take down. I didn't love their performance, if I'm being totally honest. It was a bit lackluster. Tyler, the Creator, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. I fucking love Tyler, the Creator, okay? Earthquake, Igor's theme. You think I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about? You got the wrong girl. Don't try me. Are We Still Friends? Google it. Try it. Unbelievable. Magic Wand. Shall I Keep Going? Really? Name one Tyler, the Creator song. I could name 40. Fuck off. Do not try me. I hate when people think I don't know what I'm talking about. Loved his performance. Olivia Dean, just like the freshest face in music. Like, we need her. We love her. Like, just a true breath of fresh air. Cat's Eye, gnarly. No, that's not doing it for me. And I love you, Addison Rae, but like not doing it for me. Like Lady Gaga, greatest star of our time. Greatest star of our time. Her outfit, did it look like a, I don't know, like an Our House light fixture? speaking of light fixtures, not a linear lantern. This is more of like a woven, like bohemian. It's an our house light fixture. Maybe I wouldn't do that to Lulu in Georgia. It's not a Lulu in Georgia. It's like a West Elm, like woven pendant light. Dare I say? It looks like something Bethany Frankel would put in her Floridian home. But just Lady Gaga, just the epitome of grace. As Dorinda Medley once said, because I was on a Roni rewatch while we were doing our staycation, Dorinda Medley says, money talks, wealth whispers, we've heard it all before, but true elegance is completely unheard. And I don't really know where I was going with that, but I've been saying it all week, so use it in a sentence. I feel like we've covered a lot of bases. I feel like maybe we've covered too many bases. And, but my jaw is like feeling really loose. This was good for us, right? Anyways, escape to Goa. Can someone please make that the episode? Escape? No. I'm not going to workshop this on mic. That feels like an abuse of consumerism. Thank you so much for listening to this completely chaotic, really stupid fucking podcast. 14 years, baby. I love you, and I will talk to you next week. Thank you so much. Have a great week. Bye.